It is time for qualifying here at the Indy GP, and we are all set as well for what is going to be a very exciting month. Welcome to May, welcome to Indianapolis.
Radio check, driver, radio check.
Loud and clear. You know what we're trying to do here to start this thing off? You do you.
Just gotta execute, be there at the end, man. Alright, boys. Been a good weekend so far. Let's finish strong.
The start of the month of May, it's what it's all about.
It's May at Indy. Welcome to the GMR IndyCar Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, it's May, and you know what time it is? It's time to kick off the 500 with our new traditional entry. It's the Grand Prix of Indy at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the GMR sponsored event, and it is time for qualifying. 3 segments coming up as well. Group 1, Group 2, Fast 12 and Fast 6 as well. Track temperature, 75 Fahrenheit. Wind is around about 7 miles per hour, 71% humidity. Track temperature, 96 Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing in, which means we could have a rain-disrupted session. Let's hope we don't get any rain next week, though, when we're covering the IndyCar practice. Otherwise, we've got to find out things to do. Here's your qualifying rules then. The field is divided into 2 groups based on practice times. Each group gets 1 10-minute session. The top 6 in each advance. Then it's a fast 6. That's a 6-minute session as well. 1 point is awarded to the pole winner. So 4 different segments as well. For the first time this year, the main team are covering this one as well. Visor free has been used for 1 hour. Okay, don't really know what that was about, but okay. For the first time as well, the main JP Motorsports team are covering qualifying this year as well. Covered it last year in highlights, but now we've got everything set up with graphics, and Josh isn't having to go this way, that way, and everywhere to get everything set up. It's about time we've got it all fixed up as well. So qualifying Group 1 with Newgarden, Rosenquist, Ericsson, Armstrong, Power, Ray Hall, Daly, VK, Di Francesco, Lundgaard, Peterson as well, Pagino and Canepo will be heading out there as well. Good evening, Josh. It's time for qualifying, and I'm delighted that we can kick off our coverage of live qualifying ourselves. I'm no longer at a meal. I'm having to rush to get the audio to cover it because it starts an hour and 40 minutes before I actually thought it would. And B, it's the month of May. Hello.
Yeah, hello. It's good to be here. Month of May. It's just getting started. Don't you worry. We're 12 days in to the month of May, but the Indy 500 prep is just getting underway with the GMR Grand Prix this weekend, and then as soon as we finish this tomorrow, as soon as Tuesday, we get the first practice as well. But it's going to be a good qualifying session. The US, I believe the race before this was the US F Pro 2000, so it might have just been the US F Pros, but that race got red flagged to allow all of the drivers to change to wet tyres, and there was a damp track during that race. So we have had a little bit of rain at Indianapolis, but we'll have to see over the next hour.
Indeed, as well. And just have a quick look as well as to they're all looking like they're going to head out there on slick tyres as well. We'll keep you updated with everything. Michael Annette has just put out about NASCAR. The most annoying in NASCAR that deserves a good solid punch to the face is Carson Hocevar. God forbid Michael Waldron gets caught up in the punch. Jesus Christ, everyone's going a bit crazy out there in NASCAR today. Anyway, it's time to get ready for the month of May, and this is what kicks it off. Can I have to say a thank you to the IndyCar Radio Network, who covered the first 2 sessions you heard earlier on today as well, in Practice 1 and Practice 2. They'll be taking you through practice this season for the remainder, and myself and Josh, and then whoever's around as well in the team, will be taking you through the qualifying sessions, unless they directly clash with anything else we cover, in which case we'll hand over as well to the IndyCar Radio Network. But for right now, we're back in business as well. We're getting ready for Group 1. Go on, Josh.
And I believe we have a very special celebrity in the box.
Who's in the background?
And the celebrity being the person who made the song Cheerleader. It is the one and only OMI, as known as Omi. I always wanted to do that as we go green. But hopefully Omi can hear us all
Oh, your
right.
your mic's gone right. You need to turn it down and be back a little bit because it was.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, it was booming. Could barely hear. Omi, hello. You're in the back rooms. I don't know if you've got a mic ready for that, but he's thrown to you. So add Josh to the list of people to throw to because Jess did it as well. So can you hear us, Omi? He's not. You threw to him. They can just join the commentary box to watch now. You know, if they want to say anything, they'll text us. But yeah, hello, Omi.
I don't think Omi.
Juan Pablo says, hi guys, cheers from Spain. Well, hello. Top 6 go through, remember, the green light is on and the session is underway. However, there must be a timing issue because the timer hasn't started on our screen and it has not started on the TV pictures. So timing has an issue here. Now it has, with 9:55 to go. If you're wondering where the finish line is, so that cars can come into the pit lane, the finish line is at the exit of turn 11, so before this little chicane at 12 and 13. So the exit of turn 11 is where the control line will be to start and finish lap times here for qualifying. It's not the start-finish line, so already this is a lap time to begin with as we are on boards down towards turn number 1. I believe we are with Joseph Newgarden as he comes in towards turn 1. I'm taking a quick look to see if it's the 45 instead on the board. It is. It's Christian
Lundgaard.
Lundgaard.
To get confused. Yeah, it's Ivy.
Yeah, Lundgaard in the 45 is exactly the same as Newgarden's livery in the number 2 for the GMR Grand Prix. Don't worry, we'll have a lot of time to get ready for it.
At least we don't have Castroneves and Pazano, the same 2 colours, just switched around this time.
Yes,
as well, but instead we have
Lundgaard.
Lundgaard.
Yeah, Lundgaard's going to get it really confusing as well. Looking at Castroneves, he's in the proper pink and
All
white.
I will say is just look for the Hy-Vee logo.
Yeah, then you'll know it'll be
And
Lundgaard.
Newgarden has a red aero screen top, and Lundgaard has black. Also with the 77 and 78, Ilott has the green aero screen top, and Canapino has the black as well. I think that's all of the similar ones as well.
Yeah, Ilott and Canapino.
And then Conor Daly and VK, that's quite easy with the blue and white.
Let's go talk about the opening lap times. You have ranked there. So Lundgaard top then with VK second, Newgarden's third, Power fourth, Ericsson fifth, Rosenquist goes into sixth. Pagano's already outside the top 6 for the cuts-off for the fast 12. He goes 7th, Rahal 8th, Devlin G. Francesco 9th. There's a little bit of a lock-up for Newgarden into turn 1 there, Josh, and you can hear the tyres squeaking away. Newgarden with a little bit of rain I can see just hitting the camera lens here as well. It's just sort of spitting around the IMS road course at the moment. It's not actually causing any bigger issues at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. And another easy way to tell the 2 apart from Lundgaard and Newgarden, which I've just seen as we've gone on board. Newgarden has his big name across the aero screen, which is quite helpful as well. But off board with Newgarden as well.
Yeah, and he's coming across the control line in the exit at turn 11. And Newgarden pops himself up into 3rd place, immediately beaten by VK as well. So VK goes up to 3rd. Lundgaard still top though with a 110.4645. Remember, we go to 4 decimal places as well. So hundreds of thousands, hundredths and tenths as well to come through. Rosenquist goes 2nd, but he's already on a fast lap. Armstrong 3rd, Ericsson 4th, Pagano 5th, VK in 6th. 7 minutes to go in this opening phase of the qualifying as they continue to push. Across the line then comes Augustin Canepo, and he goes into 12th position with Peterson going ahead now just at the cross of the line. Armstrong is improving, the rookie, on his time as well. He is 3rd fastest at the moment for Marcus, and he goes fastest across the line with a 110.372 according to our timing monitor as well, as you get told that on the information graphic. On board with Phoenix Rosenquist now switching back to the NTT data car as well, as we ride down towards the 7A chicane as well. On board with Rosenquist once again in the number 6, who's got a hashtag 6, not to be confused with Helio Castroneves, who is hashtag 06 this weekend, just to make it confusing that they've got the same number. Usually that's not allowed, but apparently this weekend it is because it's got no in front of it. You explain that to me.
Isn't it like that every weekend though?
No, different this weekend, for some reason.
What number's normally frozen?
Rosa Quest usually runs with the 7, but this weekend that's
Yeah.
Alexander Rossi running with the 7 as well.
Yeah.
Rossi usually
So
runs with the 8.
what number does Rossi normally run as then?
Rossi normally runs with, I think, the number 5, but that's gone this weekend to Pato O'Ward. So they've all just swapped around a little bit for some reason. I think
I'm
it's
confused.
I think it's in preparation.
Pato Ward always has the 5, no?
Yeah, Pato does, but this season they've been switching over a little bit as well. At the moment, I think it's in prep for the 500 to get them to the oval configuration. Anyway, drop that as they continue on with Lundgaard in the pit lane. Armstrong second fastest as well. Ericsson's fourth, the 500 winner from last year. Power eighth. Newgarden 9. Divinity Francesco goes into the top 10. Newgarden only goes 8th, so the champion having a little bit of trouble at the moment pushing through. McLaughlin as well is prepping in the garage, I've just been told as well, for his second group stint, so watch out for him coming out as well. Yeah, so Rosenquist with the 6, Cash Evans with the 06. I believe it's Cash Evans who usually runs with a different number as well, looking at it. So, because usually he runs with a number similar to Passionate, doesn't it?
I've just checked the St. Pete Spotters Guide, and all of the numbers are the same.
Yeah, so it's something with Cash Evans, because last time out at Barber, I think he was in a different one as well at Alabama. But we are prepping as well for the Indy 500. There's the new pagoda in the background timing tower. It's been a different position this weekend. There's the map, Josh, and you can see there's a little bit of rain around the outside, and there's a little blob coming towards Indianapolis, but so far the weather radar is clear.
Yeah, clear of Indianapolis as well, and yeah, I've had a look at a couple of spotter guides now, and it's all the same numbers. 5 for Roe Wards, 06 for Castroneves, 6 for Rosenquist, and 7 for Rossi.
First time I've noticed that this year as well, as it comes through.
Yeah, they've that's the numbers they've run for the whole year.
Just to make
Which is confusing.
It really is confusing, isn't it, as well? So, yeah. Little dark clouds over the back of IMS, of course, on the road course, which means we go towards
My
turn
mic
1.
is just rising.
It's also getting louder as well when it goes forward as well. It's like the higher it gets, because it gets closer, the little circle mic dot just gets louder and louder as it goes up. Onto the track now comes the 55 as well of Benjamin Pedersen as they go back through. News in the pit lane.
Fairly empty. You see people on the track right now, and there you go. Lundgaard firing up right now. I think other teams are noticing that and saying, hey, I don't think the track's going to drastically change here in the next few minutes. Let's go ahead and go out and take advantage of clean racetrack. Christian Lundgaard doing that right now on the alternate tires.
So he's on the alternate, which is the red walled tyre to come through. See what he can progress with in the coming sessions. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock here as well, so they've really got to get a hurry on as they head down towards T1. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect from Pedersen. He's going to get out ahead of all this traffic through turn 1. Everybody else now coming out for their last round in this first group of qualifying, and they're going to block him. So, perfect run there, Josh, as Pedersen will get a fast lap time in and might get himself into the top 6. He's up by 32 thousandths already.
Yeah, the top 6 are the drivers who progress into round 2. As well, this is round 1, group 1. We've got round 1, group 2 as well, which will have the rest of the drivers in. They'll also go, top 6 will then also go into the fast 12, and then that will be cut down into the fast 6, and then we get our grid as well. And I'm quite glad that this is my last stream with no headset, because it has been quite annoying, as that's Canapino getting out of the way there of, I believe that was Simon Pazino, as he's the only Cyrus XM Auto Racing car, as he goes top 110.2625.
Pagano there with Shank Racing flies up there. Look at VK and Newgarden. Di Francesco, Daly, now Ray Hall getting in there as well. So where did Peterson go? Peterson went over to 4th position. So he's just inside the top 6. Ericsson's dropping down a couple of tenths. On board with Joseph Newgarden now as well. In the Penske has another little bit of a crack on the alternative tyres coming out turn 4 through 5 and 6. Now down the back straightaway, down Hulman Boulevard as well, before the braking zone into turn 7. The Hulman Boulevard area, fantastic section of the track, been modified for IndyCar compared to what it was for Formula 1 and even MotoGP as well, more open to what it wanted to be. Across the control line, Newgarden's 9th, does he break through to the top 6? No, he doesn't. Newgarden goes top. The computer's just needed a second to confuse that. Newgarden top, VK second, out pushes Rosenquist and Ericsson outside of the group stages. Devlin Di Francesco goes second. No yellow flags. This will be the run to the line. Daly goes 5th. Lundgaard gets pushed out. Ray Hall goes 3rd. Lots of times changing. Everyone else is on green sector times as well, so just watch the control tower. It's going to be changing every single second. There goes Ericsson. He goes 3rd. And Pagano 6th. And now Armstrong. Where did that come from for Marcus Armstrong, Josh? That was brilliant time.
Marcus Armstrong just probably just got the new iOS update there.
Hopefully it's not the one that Facebook have had problems with today, where if you go on someone's Facebook profile, it automatically sends them a friend request. Yeah, the problems that's caused across the planet today. Cross the line then, on board.
That must be fun.
It was, yeah. Lundgaard goes top, 109.4639. So Lundgaard tops the session with the checker flag out now. Ray Hall might just break in. Everybody else is down at the times. So can Ray Hall, who we're watching now, beat the 106th Indianapolis 500 champion of Marcus Ericsson out for a spot in the Fast 12. Newgarden's boxed in as well. Ray Hall across the line. Does he go faster across it? Cross it! Timing towers update! He does! But look at Ericsson. He's still got time. Rosenquist has still got time. So now we look to Newgarden, who's got a pole problem as well. Devlin Di Francesco's into the pit lane. Ericsson goes through with comfort. Newgarden could be the one to be kicked out of the session as well as they come through out of the last couple of corners. Where Power's backed off. He doesn't need to improve. It's all eyes to Felix Rosenquist now in the McLaren, number 6 of the NTD Data Squad. Cross the line. Can he go through? Can he kick out Newgarden? Timing tower shows yes! Newgarden goes 7th, and that is the big shock, is that Newgarden has been kicked out of qualifying. He'll have to start, I think, 14th on the grid. So that's even worse coming through. 13th on the grid, I'm being told in my ears. Wow! 13th, Josh, for Newgarden.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. Let's have a look there. Oh, that's a spin for that
Peterson.
would be Pedersen.
Yeah. In the 55, coming out of turn 11, just looped it round. So
Yeah.
as I just heard James Hinchcliffe say, the lap time will get deleted automatically for that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Group 2 is coming up next. Let's hand over to NBC. Have a little bit of a talk through it and get all the interviews.
On his quick lap, there's lots in the tank because the amount of time you lose is accelerating that carries all the way down that massive front straight.
Think about where these guys were at the start of the season after practice 1 in St. Pete.
Oh, yeah.
And
all
where
down
they
in the
sit
teens
right
and
now,
20s,
I
yeah.
mean, it is a remarkable turn of performance. They've always been strong here, but to be that far off at the start of the season and figure out how to get back and find yourself back in that zone. And now if you're Jack Harvey about to go out in Group 2, you've got all the benefit of your 2 teammates that can give you any final tweaks. As Newgarden, we've seen this too many times, disgusted after qualifying.
So he is part of a group who go no further. That includes Devlin Di Francesco, both the Ed Carpenter Racing Chevrolet drivers, Simon Pagano from Meyer Shank, Benjamin Peterson, who we saw have that spin, and fellow rookie Augustine Canapino of Juncos Hollinger Racing. They are out. They will not make the Fast 12. Well, that was thrilling. That was only Q1 Group 1. That was pretty cool towards the end. Group 2 is coming up.
Big disappointment there for the Ed Carpenter Racing drivers. You know, they've both had great results here in the past. But unfortunately, even with those red tires kind of helping the balance out, the pace just not there. Been 19th starting place for Rinus VK, 21st for Connor Daly.
All right, so joining Joseph Newgarden in the group that go no further is Devlin DiFrancesco. He's with Kev.
Came up, yeah, I heard you on the radio right after because it looked like you were in position to advance to the second round for the second time in your young career. What were you missing? Let's look at it from that standpoint, but I think you're making good progress. What's going well?
You know, we were actually we're struggling quite a bit this morning with various different things, and we really made a few things better for qualifying. Quite happy with it now, just to miss it by that much. I think we still missed a little bit, but we seem to be making progress each session.
What is that challenge like when you come to a race weekend where there are 2 practices and you don't roll off the truck well? How do you get it figured out without going too far in the wrong direction?
You just got to get your head down and, you know, keep working at it. You know, either you're P1 or you're P15. You know, it's a similar process at the end of the day. You know, we have a great team of people around us, and we just got to, you know, keep digging and finding things that work for us.
All right, thanks, Devin. Marty.
Joseph Newgarden chatting with Tim Cindric and his engineer Luke Mason, and boy, we saw Benjamin Peterson spin right in front of you. I mean, how much did that distract your lap and take away from what would have been a quick lap?
I had to pit, you know, it's like, because I had 2 laps of fuel, which is pretty much what everyone's going to do. And I did an okay first lap. I was going for it. But, you know, at this point, I can't blow through here in a yellow and go quicker. Otherwise, I'm going to get a penalty. So, you know, I backed off a little bit there, and then I decided to pit because I don't know that I can really go quicker on the whole lap. I mean, I lost so much just to start it that, you know, it seemed irrelevant at that point. So it was unfortunate because that was the lap to really put it together. I don't know what to say on that one. It's just bad timing again. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, it's not anybody's fault outside of Benjamin's, but we're just wrong place, wrong time.
Kind of don't know what to say about qualifying at all this year. I mean, it kind of seems like this has been all little sorts of things like this have been happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go back and, like, you know, be mad at anybody or even myself. It's just bad timing. You know, you can't predict that stuff. I thought our gap was good. I mean, if he doesn't spin, we're in an okay position, but I thought our car felt really good with Snap-on and Team Chevy, so let's see what we can do tomorrow.
Yeah, he walked up on the timing stand and just literally shrugged his shoulders, hence to Luke Mason, his engineer, said, I don't know what I could have done different, Kevin.
Let's find out if Simon Pagenaud has any ideas. It's so tight. You've been looking at data and talking with people. What are you seeing? What are you missing to just get that a little bit more?
Well, for us, we made traffic on the fast lap, so, you know, it's quite unfortunate. Unfortunately, the rules, the others did everything they could, but we're just in a bad spot on the track. And yeah, I got disturbed through 7, 8, 9, 10. But even with that, I don't think we just don't have it this weekend. It's just not competitive enough to probably transfer. So it's a bit disappointed for sure. We worked hard. The handling feels good, but we're just missing a tick.
Okay, thank you, Simon.
So.
And Group 2 is underway here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the GMR Grand Prix qualifying. Round 2, Roman Grosjean, Scott McLaughlin, Scott Dixon, Pato O'Ward, Alex Blue, Colton Herter, Alexander Rossi, Callum Ilott, Carl Kirkwood, David Malukas, Stingray Rob, Jack Harvey, Helio Cashneres and Santino Ferrucci are all out on the circuit as well. So then, Josh, action all over the place. This is going to be quite an entertaining run, isn't it, when we go green eventually?
Yeah, it really, really is. And Helio Castroneves is out on track to the drive tracker as well. Of course, he had his engine blow, a brand new engine, put in just before practice 1 for this weekend. And it immediately blew up in practice 2. So it's not been the best weekend for Helio Castroneves, and also going back to Joseph Newgarden, he couldn't do anything. It was just bad timing, and as he said, it's no one's fault. It's just bad time, bad luck, and everything else like that as well. But Helio Castroneves has apparently come back into the pit lane, so maybe he's not happy about something, or maybe that was just like a warm-up lap.
Yeah.
We'll have to see as well, but we're coming near the line for the first laps.
This is Romain Grosjean, who we're on board with right now. His first time on the board then is a 1:11.240. Scott McLaughlin behind him does a 1:11.256, so 16,000 between them. Scott Dixon is on a cool lap. He does a 1:11.531. Sorry, correction. Dixon's on a 1:14.516. More times are coming through already as we get O'Ward going in third with that 1:11.531. Palou goes into fifth. Colton Herta goes top as well, a 1:11.1. And now Rossi immediately goes fastest as well as the first times come in. There's Kyle Kirkwood as well in the 27, going top with a 1:10.6, and everyone's going quicker because there's a few more raindrops out there than we saw earlier on, Josh. And if they've got to get the best of the track conditions, and quite everyone's out there on the primary tyre, so no one's risked doing the alternate now in case the track's a little bit better in about 5 minutes' time.
Yeah, well, Carl Kirkwood we're on board with. I just saw a couple of spots on his onboard camera as well. He's gone top with a 1:10.6075. Here is Scott Dixon, who is on a lap time, I do believe now. He had a slow lap, but now he started one as well as he's coming up towards the line.
Grosjean goes third ahead of Herta. McLaughlin now goes third. Dixon crosses the control line as well, the exit turn 11. And does he go faster there? Yes, goes third fastest as well. Now fourth as O'Ward takes the top honours on 1:09.9279. Here comes the 77 of Callum Ilott as well. He's 11th at the moment, coming out of the tricky infield section. Out then onto the turn 4 banking and out of turn 11 on the road course across the line. And Ilott improves up to 9th position, still not through. Malukas and Harvey are currently the only ones on the track going faster. We're riding now, I believe, on board with Jack Harvey, who's running in 12th position. Harvey crosses the line to the 30. Does he improve? Yes, he does. Splits the McLaren, dominates at the top. The Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing of Jack Harvey goes into 2nd position, and he made a little bit of a clip there in the back half of the track. Dixon's in 8th, looking fast. McLaughlin's in 9th also. Stingray Rod's improving. So is Romain Grosjean out there. The top 6 are not improving. They're not setting any faster middle sector times as well. Cross the line because everybody else said. Romain Grosjean does a 1:10.706. That improves him. Scott McLaughlin, 1:10.560. Scott Dixon does a 1:10.296. So Dixon improves to 3rd. Alex Palou immediately goes fastest, changing every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it really is. Can we talk about Alex Palou as well in practice too? How insane was his precision on some of those corners? There wasn't even a millimeter in it. It was absolutely insane, and definitely one to keep an eye on as here's Stingray Rob across the line.
11th.
And he goes 11th.
No one's improving, and they're all coming into the pit lanes. The primary tyres seem to have been completed. Just quickly, you talked about Colton Herta. You said earlier on in the chat on FP2, I believe, and you said it in the Discord. Yeah, Brian Herta no longer working with his son Colton Herta, at least for this weekend. You might know more on that because you listened to the NBC commentary. I had the info in my ears of the IndyCar radio. So what do you know?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
I just heard that Brian Herta was no longer with Colton Herta, which is a little bit of a disappointment because there's none of those good radio messages between the two of them.
Probably wise. It might actually get Colton a race win. I would have thought those two combinations was a bit dangerous.
That is very true.
So let's see how Herta goes. Pit road.
Just changes year to year. You cannot bring the same setup you've had here in the past. It just does not repeatable. So always changing here. And the weather conditions. Kevin, you know the surface here at IMS always very weather sensitive.
And by the way, it feels like the temperature since we last chatted about that 5 minutes ago has dropped 3 or 4 degrees. There is the 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner, Helio Castroneves. It's May. The drive for 5 continues, and there is momentum involved, but it's been a rough start to this weekend. An engine issue caused them to miss practice 2. The team had to thrash to be able to get the car out ready. Michael Shank told me they got it done, the change, with about 5 minutes to spare. They've done an install lap here, come back in, so he hasn't done any kind of banker lap. So they're going to try to put it all in a couple on the alternate here to get it done, but they don't have a lot of intel. And as Simon Pagino just told us, we don't really have the pace. So hoping to make the best of it right now for Castroneves.
If that's the case, Diff, I think I'd go.
Thank you very much then. That's what Josh was talking about earlier on with Castroneves as well, changing over engines after pre-practice number 2. Here's your times then. From the session so far, it's Pato O'Ward fastest with Jack Harvey second, Alex Plough third, Scott Dixon fourth, Alexander Rossi's fifth, Colton Herter is P6. They're an outside and starting alongside the grid 13th onwards as well will be Scott McLaughlin, Carl Kirkwood, David Malukas, Roman Grosjean, Stingray Robb, Callum Ilott, Santino Ferrucci and Helio Castroneves. Remember, the two group stages, it's a bit like actually Formula E's qualifying system. Heavily modified for that as well. In terms of, we have the opening 2 groups, they both go out for 10 minutes, top 6 go through, and they battle out in a separate format. So 7 to 14 in both categories, that then becomes the battle for 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and there you go. So there we go on times. That's when we'll get the full grid after this session. Then we go over to the Fast 12, which only 6 go through from that after another 10-minute session. Then we have the Fast 6, which is a 6-minute shootout, maximum 2 laps, and see what you've got to offer as well, as we're beginning the faster times now out on the circuit. So it's fairly similar to Formula E's format, except we don't have the duels, and I think this is actually quite a good qualifying format IndyCar have got for the road courses, because it makes a lot of sense. It provides the randomness of other series. So I really like IndyCar's road course qualifying. Of course, on the ovals, we do the speeds, and we'll get used to that format next Saturday and Sunday when we go through the opening day of the qualifyings as well. Practice for the Indy 500 will also be live here on JB Motorsports. So yeah, what do you think of the qualifying format, Josh?
I absolutely love it. It's a great qualifying format. It's unique. It's, when you think of a format like this, you immediately think in IndyCar. It's like when you see a logo and it's like, you know it's that company. It's kind of a little bit like that, but yeah, it's a great format.
You can see how often we can see some improvements coming in the next few. As Grosjean 10th fastest at the moment, we're riding with him. Can he break through into the Fast 12 of the top 6 of this session? There's the 27 of Kyle Kirkwood, who took over Alexander Rossi's number and seat when he left that team at the end of last year. That's why Rossi now runs with the 7. And the Honda Power into the braking zone as well. On board with it now, taking a listen. Misses the apex a little bit, but everyone now, Josh, on their alternate tyre runs, their second of the session, and Carl Kirkwood to begin with, looks like he's thrashing it round in that middle sector. He's not looking comfortable at all.
Yeah, he really isn't. Less than a minute to go in round 1, group 2, as Herter goes second to 109.8375. Here comes Dixon across the line, Josh.
Dixon 6th fastest at the moment as well. Is he going to improve? Kirkwood did go top, but that's the first run on alternate tyres. Dixon now to the top with a 109.670. That's 10th quicker than what we saw from Kirkwood. O'Ward makes it 5th with a 109.2937. And there's more time to be found. Here comes the 7 then of Alexander Rossi. And it is a Felix Rosenquist as well. They keep swapping the numbers from last year. Cross the line then for Rossi. Does he improve into the Fast 6? Yes, he does. Second fastest. That's putting Hertz on the bubble. Pallot's in 7th too. As Malukas improving. Grosjean can only go 7th. He can't get himself through. Pallot goes into 3rd. Hertz is pushed out. Grosjean's faster on this second run. It's the last lap end of the group stage of qualifying before we go to the Fast 12. Scott McLaughlin is out. He's in 8th position at the moment, so Scotty Mack has really got to find some time to lose as the checkered flag comes out and they head up towards turn number 1. There's all sorts of drama on the line here, literally into the braking zone. Ilott's 11th, Malukas is into 12th position. I think we're now seeing it. Kirkwood goes to 5th, Dixon down to 6th, O'Ward's coming to the pit lane, Castroneves is looking faster, McLaughlin's on the bubble by 17 thousandths, Ilott's completed a lap time, he stays 11th, McLaughlin is up in the middle sector as well. Kirkwood and Herter have come into the pit lane and taken the checkered flag, Ferrucci as well, so we're not seeing many improvements, Josh. That's a big worry.
Yeah, it really is. And has to check a flag on that session, but having a couple more coming across the line. Can they do anything? Here's McLaughlin as well. Stingray Rob can't improve, but here comes McLaughlin.
Is he going to break through?
Eighth.
No, he doesn't. McLaughlin doesn't break through. He stays 8th. So the track conditions changing at the last second, and it's O'Ward, Rossi, Palau, Harvey, Kirkwood and Dixon, the 6 to go through. Herta, McLaughlin, Grosjean, Malukas, Stingray Rob, Ilott, Cash Evans and Ferrucci all miss out. And Santino Ferrucci racing this weekend in preparation for the Indy 500 as well. And Herta, the big misser out. Well, that's going to hurt even more as he wanted to get through and start this one on pole position. This is Dixon through turn 6 and 7 with a major slide on the rear. I've put an ad break in. And we're back. After that, a little bit of interruption, but we've thrown to an ad break. So you didn't see anything. As soon as I saw it went red, I pressed the ad break button. So welcome back from the break as Herta will start 14th, McLaughlin is 16th, Grosjean is 18th, Malukas is 20th, Stingray Rob is 22nd, Callum Ilott is 24th, and 26th from the grid is Helio Casneves, 28th. That's going to be Santino Ferrucci as well. Big race coming tomorrow, Josh. I'll continue with your point.
Yeah, massive race coming tomorrow. Of course, you've got a little bit of Indy 500 practice with the front straight and the final, a little bit of the final corner banking, not much though. You can kind of use some of the information, even though it is going the other way down the front straight, I think. Tiny little bit of info, tiny. But it's enough, like frontline straightaway speed is roughly the same, so see how you can drag it. Any information is information now, IMS. Don't forget, this is the first of 2 races we have at this road course. The second is the Gallagher Grand Prix in Harvest Festival time as well. Let's head back over to pit lane then in NBC. Let me get ready for the Firestone Fast 12.
Team and Olivier Boisson will try to get a word with Romain here about not now. He says not now, but he said on the radio a moment ago, he said, I'm telling you guys, something is not right. Something is wrong with the car. Something is wrong with what we're doing. We need to rethink everything. And there is the frustration afterwards talking to his crew. Listen to that.
3 races. Apologies for the language there, but he is hot. He is frustrated, angry, and in somewhat of a state of disbelief. Car can't be as compliant as he wants it to be. So let's stay within the same racing organization, go to a different pit box. Here's Kevin Lee with Colton Herta.
And remember, Colton missed the first practice session today, so they've kind of been playing catch-up, so no chance to go out on the alternates. What are you dealing with? Where are you at right now as you prepare for race day from further back than you'd prefer?
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty loose, but pretty sure we started 14th last year, right?
Great point. Are you expecting a similar race like last year? Can you come from 14th if it's dry?
Did in Long Beach.
You are really good.
I have a 100% win record from 14th that I need to keep a hold of. So, no, we just missed it. You know, I think not running the reds definitely hurt a little bit, but we've kind of been chasing it in practice too, and then a little bit in qualifying. We made it better for sure. So, just a little bit off the ball. But yeah, it seems like our arch nemesis is these qualifying sessions. So we need to get on top of it. I don't even remember last time I made a fast 6. So.
All right, thank you, Colton. He is right, though. This is the place where you can move forward from a less than ideal starting position, Marty.
Honored to hang out with Lily King, 2-time gold medalist, and also the world record holder right now in the 100-meter breaststroke, and also an Indiana native. So what is it like to be here and be around IndyCar, and you're going to get to go in the 2-seater tomorrow with Mario Andretti?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's always so much fun to be here at the track, and just to kind of experience sports that I'm not used to, not being on a pool deck. But oh my God, so excited to be in the two-seater tomorrow, and it's going to be a blast.
Now, you took the pace car ride a couple years ago. How will the two-seater be slightly different with Mario Andretti behind the wheel? Are you prepared or thought about what that's going to be like?
Well, hey, I'm going to trust his driving skills a lot more than my own, so I'm excited to have that experience and go fast.
Well, we're certainly excited for Paris coming up. So how's the swim team shaping up for Paris?
Looking great. Definitely a much younger group than we've had in the past. I think Tokyo was kind of this younger group. I'm kind of the veteran now, which is weird to think about. But it was kind of their first meet, and we still will have a young group, but they'll be a little bit more experienced. So I'm excited for myself, and hopefully myself and the entire team to have more of a normal Olympic experience.
So what's the fastest you've ever been in a car, like a passenger car?
Kind of like 105.
Oh, I think you're going to do better than that.
Oh, I hope so.
All right, Lily King going to ride out with Mario Andretti tomorrow. Cannot wait for that. I'm sure she's excited and also a little nervous as well.
That's good stuff, Marty. We've got a growing list of Olympians and Olympic gold medalists coming to visit the NTT IndyCar Series, which is very cool. They appreciate the athleticism and the skill of what drivers like Helio Castro-Neves, the four-time 500 winner, they have to display. Unfortunately, the speed wasn't there today for the Meyer Shank Hondas. So Simon Pagenaud and Helio Castro-Neves will go no further. And unfortunately, nor does the most recent race winner, Scott McLaughlin. Here he is with Marty.
Yeah, he's had a chance to kind of digest what happened in that qualifying session. I heard you say coming to pit road, just too hard to drive. In what way, Scott?
Oh, we just missed the balance completely, unfortunately. The Odyssey battered Chevy felt pretty good all day. Just, yeah, I don't know. We changed a little bit after practice too, and not crazy, just a little smidgen here and there, and you just miss the ballpark. And a track like this, you just can't do it. So, yeah, anyway, that is what it is.
Could this be another example, Scott, of how weather sensitive this racetrack is? It seems to change drastically throughout a weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure maybe a little bit of the sprinkles did something, but it wasn't crazy. It's just tight. Like, IndyCar is just so hard, and that's why you love it when things go good, but you hate it when things go bad. And yeah, it was just we just missed it. And unfortunately, when you miss it by a little bit, you're just too far off. So we'll work hard. We've got a great team behind us, CC3s, Odyssey Battery. We'll come through to the front.
Is this a good time to remind you that in August you started 16th and finished 4th?
Yeah. So I got 3 spots to go. Yeah, cheers.
Scott McLaughlin going to diagnose things here with Kyle Moyer, but obviously a frustrating qualifying session, Kevin.
Callum Island and the Juncos Hongler team also trying to diagnose some things. Started 7th, finished 8th here in the May race last year. What are you dealing with this year?
I wish I could tell you. Look, we've been trying lots of stuff since P1, and we're just not in the right direction yet. Not easy. Again, we've tried so much stuff to try and make it work, and we're missing something. We've put the car into a good balance window, but I mean, I think it was like, 7/10 maybe to the front, maybe more. Not easy. But again, the race is a different story. Maybe we have some mixed conditions. See what we can do.
All right, thank you, Callum. And also a note, I think it's made it a little more challenging for the team. Their technical director, Yves Touran, has not been available most of this season, at least at the racetrack. We'll see him back hopefully really soon, but that's made it a little bit more challenging to continue to make the progress they'd like to see.
And that's from a driver who finished 7th in this race last year, Callum Ilott for Juncos Hollinger Racing. He is done.
Man, thank you so much.
Big Firehawk fan?
Easy to be a fan of the Firehawk.
Oh, yeah.
Firehawk is everywhere.
Firehawk
loves to mix it up with the fans.
Firehawk is ageless. I mean, I've been seeing Firehawk for 30 years here. Still looks amazing.
Looks great. Looks just as good as he did.
Green light, and away we go for the second round of qualifying here at IMS. This is going to be the Fast 12. It's Dixon, O'Ward, Palou, Lundgaard, Power, Rosecrest, Rossi, Armstrong, Rahal, Kirkwood and Harvey all heading out there on the track. And it's going to be 10 minutes in total. We've got 7 minutes left on the clock apparently. So once again, the timer hasn't started, Josh, but hopefully everyone's going to get out there, go straight away and see what we've got to offer, and see who exactly is going to be the top 6 going through at the end of this 10-minute session.
Yeah, hopefully I can confirm we are green, as you can
Yeah,
see on
got
the
it.
drive tracker, and I can confirm that the timer should be ticking down, but it isn't as well. But the time in 71 always, their timer always starts when they reload the time
Yeah,
to the
so
next group for some
there
reason,
we
which
go.
is weird.
Timer's now started with 10 minutes to go. And it's started with 10 minutes to go on Indy's clock as well, so it hasn't yet. There we go, 9:50, 49. So they've got to resync the time. I think there's been a bit of a control issue.
Do they start it when the first driver starts their lap time?
Well, we didn't see it this morning, but I'm thinking that's probably it, isn't it? Because we just saw the 11 cross the line.
Qualifying.
Yeah, because that was Marcus Ericsson who crossed the line first. And
That
he's
also
triggered
happened
the
in
time.
round 1, group 1 as well.
Ah, so it didn't happen in round 2, did it? Everything started there. Okay, so new rule I've noticed.
Or it might just be a problem.
Might be a problem because usually I think in the Florida one it went green. Yeah, we've really gone through it. The first 3 races of the year, all we covered was the race because we were going everywhere. Then we covered qualifying last time out at Barbara, and now and the race. And then this weekend we've covered practice, and we're covering qualifying, and hopefully that's the standard for the rest of the season. We do apologise for couldn't bring anything from the start, but it was just technical difficulties with IndyCar to get everything working. Luckily, everything is now working. That is driver tracker, that is every single thing under the sun is now working as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Award 1:10.62.52. Dixon second. Palou goes faster as well. Rossi's on a quicker time, Josh. Go on.
Yeah, luckily I don't have to provide the driver tracker anymore, which then provides extra problems.
Yes, it really
Which
is.
is all good, but
Visor,
Palou
honestly.
at the top of the lines.
Visor is amazing.
Yeah, visor.
You connect.
Yeah, I've
you've got
that
it.
all
Yeah,
down.
yeah. You can connect your iPad or iPhone to a MacBook or a normal laptop or even a Windows PC via just a USB cable, and you can view it, and it's amazing. Honestly, absolutely amazing. That's what I'm doing now to get the driver tracker. So it's sold. It's literally saving me £15. So fantastic. So, down the back straight away, we've had the banker lap times on the primary tyres. Now we're going to see the faster runs with 7 minutes to go. Top 6 go through. Right now it's Palou, Ward, Rossi, Lundgaard, Kirkwood and Rosenquist. But everyone bar Rossi, Josh, is improving on their lap times. As coming up to the line is going to be Ericsson, who I think stayed in 10th position.
Armstrong went 5th.
Here's Dixon.
As well, but Dixon.
4th only. Oh, that pushes Armstrong down. Ward's gone top. Now, Ericsson's backed off. Yeah, I'm being told Ericsson backed off, and I'm also being told Marcus Armstrong backed off too. So those two sort of backed up their lap times. So Ward's in the pits. Wow. Christian Lundgaard, 1:10.348. So he's jumped up the order very nicely. I don't know why that thing keeps popping up on the monitor, but all good with me.
Yeah.
Now we're looking.
If you don't like wires, like unnecessary wires on your setup, LexView is also a good wireless one. That's the one that I used.
Yes, yeah. I had a look at that, but I couldn't get it working. But with a USB cable, it was easy. So I do agree with you too. Beats having to do Discord.
This is... What's the replay here? This
That was
is...
Cash Neves and so on. Oh, double lock-up.
That's the number 30 of Track Harvey.
So Harvey double
turn
locking into turn number 1, yeah. And now we're double live with him into turn 1. Is this live? Which one's live?
The one in the bottom corner is live, but
Right.
and then the replay is just a little bit forward. It was weird. It looked
That was
weird.
weird. Yeah, that was two same driver on board into the same part of the track trying to get a side-by-side of what not to do. Rosenquist is 12th fastest at the moment, but he's on a much faster time. He's a 10th and a half up. Roy Hall is in 8th as well, looking quite quick. Award's coming to the pit lane, so is Palou and Dixon, and Lundgaard as well, so they've all dived in. Rosenquist to the top with a 1:10.2. Brilliant time. Here comes Ray Hall across it. Where does he go? Great Ray Hall only goes into P9. Doesn't improve that much. So he's got a lot of time to find. As Ericsson dives into the pit lane. Everyone coming into the pits now to change over to the alternate tyres. They get another new set as well to get going. And then with about 3 minutes to go, they'll all head out. And then we'll get our Firestone Fast 6, followed then by 6 minutes of running.
Yeah, and also...
There is Marcus Armstrong, by the way, on the circuit. And he's crossed the line.
The number 11.
As he started. Yeah, he hasn't improved.
Yeah, that was just a start. But also, Will Power down in 12th, which is quite a shock.
Number 12 is P12. Pit road.
And then launching to try and make it in to the Firestone Fast 6. Let's show you something that happened to Marcus Armstrong.
This is why he's lost in his lap time then, down towards turn number 1. And the front right brake disc had a little bit of smoke coming out of it with the black dust, and then it locked up as well, the tyre. So you knew where that was coming from, unfortunately, a few moments ago. And everyone now just changing over. They're getting out the sticker reds. So after that, it's Rosenquist, Lundgaard, O'Ward, Harvey, Palou and Dixon, the top 6 ready to go through. We've got Rossi in the drop zone, as well as Ericsson, Rahal, Kirkwood, Armstrong and Power as well down in 12th position. So a lot of time still on the board, a lot of positions to be made. It's a down to pit road, Money.
Review what happened. Said they went the wrong way on the adjustments. Newgarden would have made it in to the Fast 12 in theory had that lap not been taken away from him when Benjamin Peterson spun in front of him. So, you know, I don't know if it, or when he came to pit road, I should say. So I don't know if Team Penske is struggling as much as it looks like, but certainly not showing up so far, and going to be a struggle for them to make the Fast 6.
The other thing, though, is we've talked about this a lot this year. There's been many times at St. Pete, I think also at Long Beach, where we said, hey, Team Penske might not have the one-lap speed, but they appear to have the durability over a long run. Certainly McLaughlin showed that at Barber.
All right, guys, let's talk about Marcus Armstrong. We saw that replay. Here he is here. Was 11th in practice 1, 4th in practice 2. Does he make his first ever Firestone Fast 6?
About to find out.
I'm going to say no, but only just.
Okay.
I would agree with Hinch.
Only because he's still new to these alternate tires. That 4th place in practice 2, that's on primary. He's got a lot more laps on those than he does in these high-pressure qualifying situations in the IndyCar series. And he's just got so much experience right now on the track that he's racing against. I think he'll maybe have his best start. Right now, 12th. Well, 12th is his best start, so I think he's going to beat that.
Yes.
But I don't think he's going to be fast.
Okay. All right.
Sounds all good. James Hinchcliffe, though, having a busy couple of weeks. He did IndyCar at Barber, then went over and did, that was 2 weeks ago, then did Formula One at Miami. Now he's at IMS for the next month as well. Locked in. Prediction as well, he's going to do the Canadian Grand Prix, so that could be something to look forward to as well. Cars are heading out onto the track here for the end of the Firestone 12 session, the Fast 12, and the Firestone Fast 6 coming up as well. 6 minutes of track action, 6 drivers, winner takes all, and of course a bonus point, remember, on for pole position as they come through. Starting that time though, Josh, is the 45 of Christian Lundgaard as he heads down the start-finish straight across the control line and in towards turn number 1.
Yeah, let's see how his turn 1 is. Nice clean braking, no lock-ups there, and perfectly done through there. But I really hope Marcus Armstrong gets his into Firestone Fast 6. It will just be so good, but a best start as well will be good if he stays 11th, as his high start is currently 12th, but Carl Kirkwood is apparently back in the pit lane.
Yep, Carl Kirkwood is in pit lane, so he's not going to be progressing any further. Unfortunately, with 1:16, it's a 1:10 lap, so he's not going to do anything. Lundgaard, though, first across the control line, faster time on the board. And is he fastest? Yes, he is, with a 109.228. A stunning time from Lundgaard as well to go 2/10 faster. Cross the line comes Alex Palou to do a 109.208 as well. So the times getting incredibly close between them now across the board. Ericsson goes third. Rosenquist and O'Ward improving. Lundgaard's improving as well. He's P2 with a faster time. Rossi coming up there too. Here comes Callum Eilert. Sorry, Marcus Ericsson. Marcus Armstrong, I should say, coming across the board. Don't put the two Marcuses so close together on the GMR spotters guide as well. Armstrong goes 4th as we lose our timing tower, only for it to come back. Ericsson 3rd, fastest at the moment in the 2nd sector. Rossi jumps to 4th. Award, Harvey, Rahal and Power improving. Power's gone deep though. Power's gone way too deep into turn 7. He's lost the lap time. He's going to have to recharge and go again. He's got time to hit the control deck. So Power might start this race in 12th position. He's going again. Cross the line comes Lundgaard. Does he get a nice toe to go fastest? Cross the line. Lundgaard stays in second. 2/10 down the end. Checkered flag is out. Here comes Marcus Ericsson now. He is P6, the Indy 500 winner from 2022. Rahal improving, Kirkwood improving. Cross the line then because Marcus Ericsson rose the quest to 4th position as well. Ericsson doesn't improve. He stays in 6th position. Here comes Marcus Armstrong now, the other one coming across the line. He's in 8th position. Is he going to improve? He's 64 thousandths down in his time. No, Armstrong does not improve. What about Rahal? Right behind him, riding with him now. He's P10. Does he go any further up the board? Waiting. Only to P7, loses out, and now Harvey still on lap time. Is he going to improve? Cross the line. This is on board with Harvey and stays P5, doesn't improve. Kyle Kirkwood might. Here's Kyle Kirkwood across the line. He's P11, 36 thousandths of a second up. Does he improve on the timing order? Yes, he kicks out Ericsson. Kyle Kirkwood goes P6. Kicks out Marcus Ericsson from the Firestone Fast 6. Ericsson will start 7th in the GMR Grand Prix of Indianapolis. As they fly through, Power doesn't improve. Ericsson will start 7th, Rahal 8th, Dixon 9th, Rossi 10th, Armstrong 11th, Power in 12th. Going through to the Firestone Fast 6, we'll see Palou, Lundgaard, O'Ward, Rosenquist, Harvey and Kyle Kirkwood. What an unusual running order, Josh, for the Firestone Fast 6. The big names have dropped out.
Yeah, it really, really is. But the top two being separated by exactly 2/100ths of a second, which isn't a lot. That's big as well. Third and fourth also separated by exactly 2/100ths of a second. But here's row 4, 5 and 6, Josh.
Marcus Ericsson will start on row 4 along with Graham Rahal. Row 5 will see Scott Dixon and Alexander Rossi. Row 6 will see Marcus Armstrong and Will Power. That's the round 2. Did not advance as well. Don't know if we're going to show the later grids. No, we're not. So that's it then from this part. Now this is... Oh, that's a corner cut there for Kyle Kirkwood.
Putting in it. He just can't spin, crosses that. There's a transponder that marks that. You either clock it or you don't. That's not a go back to the video to review situation.
So in the Fast 6, in that second round, there are 2 drivers that did just 5 laps. The other 4 did 6. That's Pato Award and Felix Rosenquist. Rosenquist did his lap on lap 5 of 5. Was that one and done? We don't know.
Oh.
But potentially that could be the difference. As you see the pit out commit where Kirkwood had the issue, that's where there's a line cut like a lot of the other road courses, Barber, Long Beach, and you've got to run your transponder over that to make it work.
Okay, so there's now a wonder if there's actual time for Kyle Kirkwood across the line, so we'll let them go through it. But the Firestone Fast 6 is coming shortly.
Being on lap 4 of 5, I'd say he did 2 flyers on the alternates for sure, but Felix could be one and done. But I would say that team's probably on the same program.
So, speaking of Graham Rahal, it's pretty good if you can be disappointed with 8th. Best qualifying effort of the year in the 5th Third Bank Honda. Here's Kevin Lee.
And in fact, I think since 21, certainly on a road course, he's done things like go from, 17th to 2nd here, 24th to 4th. So you got a much better starting position. Where have you guys made some progress this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always, traditionally pretty solid here, but the boys have, engineering staff and all the guys have done a great job just getting our cars into a better window, and obviously Christian and Jack have done a wonderful job all week, or all day, I guess, one day. But, for us to close the gap like that to them was pretty good. I've been struggling a lot more with the rear of my car than they have, but I'm bummed. I'm not going to lie to you, Kev. Like, I was on one that was a 3.0 or so, so to not, I don't know, I guess I lost it at 9, but, man, is this not the most competitive motorsport in the world? I mean, when you're talking like earlier today, 2/10 was the difference between 2nd and 15th. It's unbelievable, and you can't miss a beat. But we got a good starting spot for the 5th Third Bank car.
A weekend like this, does it transfer over to the Indianapolis 500 as well? The start of the season has not gone the way you liked. Is this going to maybe get a little giddy up to everybody?
Well, that's more of it, right? Obviously, from a track to track, no, it doesn't translate. But I think from a morale standpoint, confidence in the team and everything else, undoubtedly, this is a good place for us to start and a good place for us to be. We're at the sharp end. We're with a lot of good guys, and we'll be able to go to battle.
Thanks, Graham. Marty.
Marcus Ericsson misses out on the Firestone Fast 6 by just under 3/100ths of a second. When it's that close, Marcus, does it make it more frustrating?
Yeah, in a way, for sure. I mean, it's always frustrating to be the first one out, and then when it's only a couple of hundreds, yeah, it stings a bit. But at the same time, we have to look at ourselves. I think we did a good qualifying. The team has done a good job with the car. We've improved our package a lot here for me compared to previously, and I've always struggled on this track. So 7th for me is still a really, really good result today. So I'm disappointed to miss out by that much, but still happy with our performance today.
You mentioned the goals, and coming into the season, you said we need to qualify better. So overall, you don't make the Fast 6 today, but are you happy with the progress you've made in 23 on that front?
No, for sure. I think we've made huge improvements in qualifying. We've been on the front row in Long Beach. We were P4 in St. Pete, and Barber, we had those hundreds on our, against us, and we were 13th. But again today, 7th. We've definitely made a step there in qualifying, and we've worked extremely hard, both the team and myself, on that area. So that's encouraging for the rest of the season.
If the championship leader will start 7th tomorrow.
That's his 3rd top 10 grid spot this year. Nice work, Marcus Ericsson, and just nice outlook, remaining very positive. And he'll start from 7th, as Marty mentioned. All right, is it going to be anything like last year's GMR Grand Prix, which was totally wild?
It is a track that you just have to be perfect on.
Most fun win ever.
You can lose that half a tenth and it's hard to regain it.
Colton Herta's going to have no problem taking the lead.
There's not much room for having any little slippage or slide.
That's pretty amazing. I did not think that was going to happen.
That was a phenomenal save.
You're a badass, dude.
Never have I seen an IndyCar slide that far sideways in the wet on slicks without something bad happening.
I got a little bit of help from a dry patch there, but it definitely made me look really cool inside the car.
You nailed it.
Colton Herta is the winner.
That's how you start May, baby. Let's go.
That was the hardest race I think I've ever done.
And he's starting from the same position as last year as well. We'll see what Colton Herta can do tomorrow. A couple of positions further up the grid than where Colton is the driver of car 12, Will Power, in position 12. Marty?
Yeah, chatting with Dave Faustino now, and I heard you say on the run before that, Will, check something. Did you maybe damage the car or something, or what was that?
No, I just tried a different gear in turn 7 to see, like, we're so far off. So, yeah, I mean, that was everything I had. I screwed the first lap up, so we're probably still going to be 12th, though. Like, we're missing, like, I would say a half a second.
What's going on with that, Will? Seems like the other two cars as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the car doesn't feel that bad. It doesn't. Like, I felt in practice we were pretty good, kind of hanging out in the top 10. So, yeah, never P1 material, but yeah, we'll just have to dig deep tomorrow. We've had some pretty good races, so yeah, see if we can get the Verizon car up there. And got a new Chevy engine this week, so got plenty of horsepower. And see what we can do.
And you just have to go back one race. Remember Barber, Kev, I think he started, 15th and wound up finishing on the podium.
Yeah, Will Power has done really good work the last year and a half on just salvaging what was available. Alexander Rossi starting from 10th. Where you feel like you're at? What more might have been available first in qualifying before we talk about the race?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, unfortunately. We just haven't quite been able to unlock this car to the level that we need for qualifying. We're just perpetually seemingly qualifying in 12th through 10th, which is getting frustrating. But yeah, you just got to keep working at it. It's hard on these quick weekends. It's hard when you only have so many bites at it. But we're close. We just haven't quite found the tuning tweak that I guess I need.
Thank you, Alexander. Diff, we're about ready to go.
You can hear the frustration in Alex's voice there. Just trying to find just a little bit more to get up there, and it hurts even more when he looks over and sees that two of his teammates, his two teammates, Pato Award and Felix Rosenqvist, are in the Firestone Fast 6.
Speaking of Felix Rosenqvist, I just wonder if he is in a slightly better tire situation than the other 5 cars here.
He
Marty,
is Townsend, I can answer that.
I saw that they did their quick lap on lap 5 of 5.
Correct,
Are they in good
yes. shape? Just one lap on that set of reds for Felix Rosenqvist. And I don't know if you count this as just one lap for his teammate Pato Award, but on his first flying lap, he bailed on that lap. So hence they're counting that as a half lap sort of on that set of alternates for Pato Award. So definitely on Felix Rosenqvist, just one hard lap. And for Pato, we'll give him a lap and a half on his set.
So that could be the call.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Marty and the NBC crew. The Firestone Fast 6 is underway here. 6 minutes. Pato Award, Alex Palou, Christian Lundgaard, Kyle Kirkwood, Jack Harvey, and Felix Rosenqvist going into position. And Josh, anything can happen. The tension's on it. The car will take the green as we start now. The timer is Pato Award.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good Fast 6 as well, but quite a lot of names that we didn't expect to be in the Fast 6, and quite a lot of the names that we expected to be in the Fast 6 not be in the Fast 6 as well. But that also means it's going to be an interesting race tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Myself, you, Omi as well, and Richie will be in the comms box for that one as well. So a 4-person team all set to go. Don't forget Megan's going to be with us for the race too.
Synth falls around as well.
Sorry, did I say Omi? I meant Synth. Sorry, that's habit. See, that's habit. Yeah, it's me, you, Synthal, and Richie in the box, and Omi will probably be around in the background watching as well. So so probably will Jess actually. But that's
also,
all just that's the wrong commentary.
Yeah. Any other commentators watching, I've sent the notes, I've sent everything to Simple, but I'm going to send the Google Drive in.
Cross the line then, first times on the board. Award is a 110.84 and Palou does a 110.5565. Cross the line comes Lundgaard as well to go top, 109.422. That's Harvey's time. Harvey on pole. Harvey on provisional pole position. That's an amazing run.
Wow.
What can Rosenqvist and Kirkwood do? It's an unusual lot, this one as well. Harvey's got it at the moment. Rosenqvist is down in his sector times and Kirkwood's still in the pit lane. So at the moment, it's Jack Harvey on provisional pole position for tomorrow's race.
Well, that was unexpected, to say the least. Kirkwood, the only driver, and Rosenqvist as well, to not set a lap time. But here is Rosenqvist, I do believe, coming up towards the line. He stays 5th, 112.1632. I'm
just looking at Jack Harvey as well. His sector times is fast. Absolutely, 110% fast. It's a 109.4220. And last lap speed was 126.478 miles an hour. So that first run is big. Harvey on top, 3 minutes to go. It's going to be a quick change around as we send it down to NBC and pit road.
Feeling good about it. Here's Felix Rosenqvist. Have a look. Coming into turn 12.
Oh.
Just a little puff.
Blue smoke out the back.
That's rear lock.
It's rear lock time.
That is not fun.
Not too often you see a smoking right rear at that.
Went deep, went on the IndyCar to MotoGP layout.
All right, here we go. Kyle Kirkwood, the only Andretti Autosport car in this Firestone Fast 6. The Auto Nation Honda. Kev, what you got?
When we were talking about who might have less wear on the alternates, Kyle Kirkwood is in that group. Remember, because of the penalty that he had to do the drive-through. He had got it done on just one lap in round 2, and that also works out to the way things are going this week. Kyle said, we're really struggling. It's odd. After a couple of laps, the car really struggles to find a balance, but we're not bad up to 2 laps. Well, that's what qualifying is situated for. So race is a different story, but they got a chance still here in qualifying.
Starting this lap, pretty decent. Up 9 thousandths on Jack Harvey's time.
So the time's improving as they come through. Lundgaard and Kirkwood still up there as well. As screen's gone blue. Now it's come back to me again as they come through. So this is really going to be the big prediction to see who's going to be on top. Harvey from Lundgaard, Palou Award. Rosenquist hasn't left the pit lane yet, so he's going to go last overall and try and keep out the traffic. Carl Kirkwood is pushing. Lundgaard's lost time though in the middle sector as he's coming up towards the line. Surely he's not going to do exactly the same time. That'll be a bit impossible as we look at Carl Kirkwood into turn 7 after coming down the Hülleman Boulevard as well. Into turn 7, flick the car through. 8 and 9 up towards the control line. Where does this put Carl Kirkwood? In the 27 Auto Nation as well across the line. And Kirkwood improves to 3rd. Long time for that timograph to update. And here comes Lundgaard, Josh, with even faster time. Lundgaard might go provisional pole here.
Yeah, this is very, very close. There's a 10th in it. He goes across the line, waiting for the timing. He goes top 109.3321 from Christian Lundgaard. He's got provisional pole.
60 seconds left of the clock then. There's a lot of time still left to be out there. Kirkwood's into the pit lane, so he's done. Carl Kirkwood will play no further part in this qualifying session as we go for the pole position. Rosenquist for McLaren. He's up by 18 thousandths of a second as we look at the number 10 of Alex Palou, down by a tenth and a half. He might just go to the lap in, but I don't think he's going to want to push it. Everyone's on the one bang lap times on the alternate tyres, and there was a little bit of a pull back there for Palou, who goes second fastest. Cross the line then comes the 5 of Pato Award. He goes P4. Rosenquist, though, is on a mission. We're watching him now through 1 and 2. This is on board with Felix Rosenquist, and he's up at the moment, so he had a really good start to the lap. Lundgaard in the pit lane, Palou in the pit lane, Award's in the pit lane as well, Kirkwood's in the pit lane too, so it's all down to Harvey and Rosenquist to take Christian Lundgaard away from pole position. I think actually Rosenquist is on it if he doesn't have any more rear locking.
Yeah, he should be, as he comes a few...
Oh, he's made
that
a
was a big
mistake.
twitch there.
He's lost it. He's lost it with that one mistake and has taken the P1 award and has pole position here at Indianapolis. And that is a mistake that you saw, Josh, as well. Just too twitchy coming through 7 and 8.
Yeah, a mistake not to be made when going for pole. Let's say that, to put it lightly. Very, very unfortunate for Felix Rosenquist there as well, but I bet he'll be able to do it one more time this year as well.
Nice
So
to
this
do it.
isn't the last of Felix Rosenquist, I don't think.
That is the... it was 75 seconds left. 1 minute 15 on the clock, and he still managed to do it. The 45 on pole position then. Christian Lundgaard has got it, and he can stick the P1 award on that rear wing, ready for tomorrow. Rosenquist will be second, Palou third, Harvey fourth, Award fifth, Carl Kirkwood goes into 6th position. Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan, qualifying results at St. Petersburg. Ray Hall 20th at St. Pete, Texas 24th, Long Beach 24th, Barber 19th, IMS Road Course in 8th, Jack Harvey 19th at St. Pete, 28th at Texas, 15th at Long Beach, 24th at Barber, 4th for the race tomorrow, and it's pole position for Christian Lundgaard today. An amazing pole qualifying for Ray Hall, Letterman and Lanigan Racing. They love this track. Let's go down pit road and see what they think of it.
Nice job, boys. That's the pole. That's the pole. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, boys. Man, that high behind it was fast today, eh? Nice job. What a great day to be in America.
Seems to be.
Awesome performance.
What a great day to be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
Qualifying
He's
is
a
complete
very
now.
level-headed young man. He's got a very dry sense of humor, and like he was very reserved earlier when Marty was asking him about, is this going to be the day or whatever. He said, no, we've still got some things to fix. Well, doesn't have to fix anything anymore because he's going to get a bonus championship point. He's going to get the NTTP1 trophy, but most satisfying of all, Marty, he's an IndyCar pole winner.
Yeah, and I think it's he's having to take a moment to soak all this in because I think, honestly, when they pulled into the racetrack this morning, I'm not sure they expected a performance of this level, and he has no one to hand the steering wheel to, so we'll let Christian get out and celebrate a pole position And Diff, you mentioned it. What a place to get it at, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where he made his debut, qualified 4th in that race, and absolutely turned heads, and everyone knew that he had to be signed by someone in the IndyCar series, and Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing did it, and now he is an IndyCar pole winner at one of the bigger races of the year. Taking his time to enjoy it a little bit. Christian Lundgaard, a pole winner in the NTT IndyCar Series. How about that? An impressive performance today by this entire team after what's been a rough 2023. And Christian, we were just talking about this a second ago. When you came in the track this morning, did you honestly expect this was a possibility?
Yes and no. This 45 Hy-Vee Honda has just been fast all day. I mean, I was hoping for this, but honestly, I wasn't quite expecting it, so it's awesome to be here now.
You talked about on the radio, what a day to be in America. What has this American experience been like for you?
It's actually something I started saying before Barber, so I've kept on going. Every time I've been in the car, I've told the team it's a great day to be in America. And here we go. It's the first NTT pole of the year, so here you go.
So we asked you about the mustache earlier. Now are you even more confident now that you're on the pole for tomorrow's race?
Definitely. I mean, now we have a shot at it. We're leading the field to green, so that's where we want to be, so we just got to stay there for the rest of the race.
So when we talked about it earlier, you said, I swear we're doing nothing different. Is it literally the same and it just all of a sudden the car has woken up, or what's going on this weekend?
I don't know. I mean, the car, every time we come here to the IMS, at least this way, we've been quick. So coming into this year, I was confident. The last time I drove on this track, I finished second. I was second in both practice sessions this morning, so I wanted to up at one, and I did.
Finally got one spot better, which means you get that award. The NTT P1 award goes to Christian Lundgaard. Kevin?
Felix Rosenqvist was 0.03 of a second away from his 3rd pole here on the road course at Indianapolis. How do you take this away? What was missing, or that's pretty good, starting on the front row?
Yeah, I think that our McLaren cars are just super good. A big thanks to Smart Stop and all our partners for rolling off good all day. You know, Pato and Rossi were always up there all day as well. So it just came down to nailing a lap at the end. And I don't know, I made a mistake in the last, like in the snake, just a little wobble there. I just went for it. I was like, all or nothing, and I had a little wobble and kind of set the car up in a bad way for 10, but hey, big congrats to Christian. Scandinavian front row, that's always cool. Honestly, I've been on a pole here a couple of times, so it's never really worked out, so maybe P2 is the way to go. Get a toe into turn 1 tomorrow.
So what's going to be different in the race? As you said, you haven't gotten that ultimate result here with good starts. What do you need to do to turn that around?
Well, I think the race has always been, the thing. I think last year we kind of turned around the car a bit here for a race, and we were pretty strong. We had some other issues, but I think we need to find something in the race just to keep the tires underneath us a little bit. Like, we're really good at switching them on, but we need to make them last a stint. But I think we've done our homework, and we should be better than ever here.
Well done. Felix Rosenqvist on the front row tomorrow at Indy.
What a race we've got coming up at Indianapolis on Motor Speedway, the racing capital of the world. This is your starting grid. Row 1 will see Christian Lundgaard and Felix Rosenqvist. Row 2, Alex Palou and Jack Harvey. Row 3, Pato O'Ward and Kyle Kirkwood. Row 4 on the grid for the Grand Prix of Indianapolis, sponsored by GMR as well. Marcus Ericsson and Graham Rahal. Row 5, Scott Dixon and Alexander Rossi. Row 6, Marcus Armstrong and Will Power. Row 7 of the grid, we'll see Joseph Newgarden and Colton Herter. Row 8, Devlin DiFrancesco and Scott McLaughlin. Row 9, Venus VK and Roman Grosjean. Row 10 of the grid, Simon Pagino and David Malukas. Row 11, Connor Daly and Stingray Robb. Row 12, Benjamin Peterson alongside Callum Ilott. Row 13 of the grid, that's Augustin Canapo alongside Helio Castroneves. Row 14, we'll see Santino Ferrucci start at the back. Road course done then. Qualifying complete. On to the main race tomorrow. Josh, who's your pick a winner for tomorrow?
I have absolutely no idea, but I am just going to go with Lundgaard.
I'm going to go with Pato Award, starting 5th on the grid, and with mixed conditions in the air, could be a possibility. Okay, thanks Josh, thanks to all of you watching. We'll be back tomorrow with warm-up underway as well on the radio with the IndyCar radio network taking over. That will be at 4:15 British Summer Time. And the main race, join us on air tomorrow at 8:30 with the green flag at 8:45 here. British Summer Time on JB Motorsports. Tomorrow, though, got MotoGP qualifying in the sprint and Moto E Race 1 and Race 2 alongside the action. This has been a production for JB Motorsports. My thanks to Josh. My thanks to all of you at home. We'll see you later. It's Christian Lundgaard on pole for the first ever time. Bye-bye.